70,000 people are here, and then Bob Dylan is the reason for it.
Inspired by their true story.
For anyone who's gonna hold your attention on a stage, you have to kind of be a freak.
Are you a freak?
Hope so.
And starring Timothée Chalamet as Bob Dylan. He defied everyone.
Turn it down!
Play loud!
To change everything.
Make some noise, BD.
Timothée Chalamet, Edward Norton, Elle Fanning, Monica Barbaro. A complete unknown. Only in theaters Christmas Day. Rated R. Under 17, not admitted without parent.
This episode is brought to you by Amazon Prime. There's nothing sweeter than baking cookies during the holidays. With Prime, I get all my ingredients delivered right to my door, fast and free, no last-minute store trips needed. And of course, I blast my favorite holiday playlist on Amazon Music. It's the ultimate soundtrack for creating unforgettable memories. From streaming to shopping, it's on Prime. Visit Amazon.com/Prime to get more out of whatever you're into.
This show is part of the HeadStuff podcast network.
Lovely stuff.
It's Christmas time, I'm feeling fine. Here's your present, where is mine? It's Christmas time, I'm feeling fine. Here's your present, where the hell is mine? Have you got all of your bits? Have you got all of your bits? Oh no, here comes the cousins.
There's too many cousins.
Too many cousins.
This is the thing when you're like a
Too
child.
many cousins in the house tonight.
You don't appreciate your parents have to buy for about 17 nieces
Oh,
and nephews.
you're talking about presents. I thought you meant just cousins and just too many of them.
Yeah, there
calling
is.
over.
Yeah.
They always call over when you're about to watch a lovely film.
Yeah. Or you're desperately hungover. I'm like, I haven't the capacity to speak here.
I remember I had a house myself when I was about 16. I was about to watch 2001 A Space Odyssey.
Lovely.
My uncle Paddy arrived up, and he is not the type of man who'd enjoy sci-fi. And I was like, fuck's sake, I have to make him a cup of tea now. Went out, made him a cup of tea. I had to change the channel, obviously, because I'd be embarrassed to explain the plot of this film. What's this? What's this? What are these monkeys at here? I went out to make the tea, I came back and he was asleep. And I couldn't watch it for fear he'd wake up.
Yeah.
And like, are you watching some sort of monkey porn?
Hilariously, you say your Uncle Paddy. Our Uncle Paddy came over and we had just gotten a new golf PlayStation game. And he was big in... It was like a PGA thing, Tiger Woods back in the day, PS1. And he came in. And like me and my brother were mad to play this. And he just came in and sat in because he played golf. Was like, oh, I'll have a go at this. He'd never held a PlayStation. How he was like moving the analog. And he was like, I had the golfer's elbow.
Was he moving the analog like a gear stick?
Yeah.
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 Like his whole fist over the joypad. Just
I had never experienced.
Where's the crux in this show?
And then we were like, would you like a bit? He came to see our parents and our parents weren't there. And this was like 10 in the evening. I don't know where my parents were. And we were like, would you like a Kit Kat, Paddy? And he was like, yeah, I'll have a Kit Kat. He went through about 9 Kit Kats. He was like, oh, sure, he was reading the cover. It was like, there's only 100 calories in these. Jesus. And then he was like, sure, I can obviously have 9 now.
I like the idea of getting a load of Kit Kats and heating the side of them up and making like one big slab of Kit Kat.
Like a big harmonica or a big, what do you call those, the big pipe yolks?
Yeah, like a fucking...
Windpipe.
Not a nylon pipe, yeah.
Yeah.
Come here, very welcome to the lovely show.
Yeah, got sidetracked.
Our very special Christmas episode! Oh my gosh. We have got such a great episode. We've got loads of things planned.
We do.
We brought cans.
We did bring cans. Lovely cans.
Well, let's do an ASMR.
Let's do it.
Guinness pour.
Okay, you go first.
Oh,
that was sexy.
Listen to the gas. Listen to the nitrogen escaping from the lip of that can as you peel back the foil. I'm very sorry if you're a recovering alcoholic. This is probably awful to hear.
Just pretend it's a Guinness Zero.
Or just a can of Fanta.
Or a can of Fanta, yeah.
Oh,
you're a widget, are you? I'd say you're a widget. Big widget head on you. Huh? Oh, yeah, get that into you.
Sexy little pour.
Super, Jesus.
Again, like if you're listening to this in the middle of the day, it's going to make you just absolute gasp for cans.
Yes, but also this episode's going to come out around Christmas, so it's going to be the perfect time for you to be like,
it's going to be the perfect time.
It's acceptable.
Yeah.
Because it's Christmas, Kevin.
It's Christmas
all
time.
rules are out the window. You can justify anything by saying it's Christmas.
I can. And I love it. I love it so much. We also have some crackers. Would you like to pull a cracker?
Are we getting straight into it, Kevin?
Let's get straight into it, Justine.
Jesus,
I want to
yeah.
put a hat on.
Oh my God, you brought hats.
So we've got special Christmas crackers provided by Re-Raw.
Yes.
They are adult jokes.
Adult jokes, yeah.
Some of these jokes now are going to make a granny blush and make a child confused. So if you want to confuse your child or embarrass your granny, get Re-Raw Christmas crackers because all proceeds go to Alone.
Yes, and they are available on their website. Go on there, buy a pack, and also look at the characters on the front. I've been made into an elf, and it is phenomenal.
So yeah, we have to say these jokes are provided by Mr. Tony Cantwell, Miss Justin Stafford, Shani Daniel Byrne, Killian Sunderman, Ali Fox, and who's the last one?
See, I was trying to figure this out. It's either Peter or John Doran.
Huh.
It's either Peter McGann or John Doran, I think.
It kind of looks like Owen McDermott. I don't know who. Does it say in the back?
Maybe it does.
Oh, Darren Conway.
It's Darren Conway.
It does look a bit like Darren Conway.
I get it now.
Yeah.
So the designs are done by Jackie Sheridan. She's based in the north, I believe, and I absolutely adore what she has done.
I think she really nailed your look. Shane, she's been quite generous to Shane's hairline. She's given Shane quite a thick head of gorgeous hair.
He has a head of gorgeous hair.
He is some. So
It's Christmas, Kevin. Be nice. But I love the elf version of me. I'm obsessed.
yeah, it's very, very cute.
Oh, look
So
at this finish. The paper on these is
let's get it
stunning.
over the microphone.
Okay,
So
yeah.
we're pulling our first cracker of the Christmas. Ah, come on.
Justine has won.
Justine, you took the piss there, where she wrapped her big knobber fingers like over it. You extended
Shades.
the grip, and you had one finger over the main center body of the cracker.
This is all ahead of families now Christmas. This kind of crack where you're just fighting over nothing. Okay, I got a crown. I'll be honest with you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in here. Did they have that well hidden? I didn't see that. Oh, we have a Tony joke.
Oh,
We have a
Tony joke. What's the joke?
How do you make a Christmas tree cry?
I don't know.
Kick it in the baubles.
That's fairly innocent.
Fantastic.
Like
Now, this comes also with the back with a bit of a modern Irish curse.
what?
We're putting a curse
Sorry,
on.
what?
So I got a curse, Kevin.
You got a curse.
May you forever be trapped in an online Ticketmaster queue.
Oh wow, that's mean.
And we have the Irish for that. Go mai tú fágta iscúna Ticketmaster go Joe.
I love how we haven't come up with a word for Ticketmaster yet.
I love that. Like, even when
Computer.
I was in school, they'd obviously gotten downloading as a thing, and Íslódal was what was used for
Íslódal was for what?
downloading. That's the Irish for downloading.
Ooh,
Íslódal.
Okay, let's pull one because I want to get a hat.
Okay, you want it? Yeah.
Now I'm watching your finger placement here. Yes, yes. Fuck you, Justine.
I'd say you're a nightmare to play board games with at Christmas.
Yeah, I'm not a good lad
See,
at Trivial
I'm not
Pursuit.
that. I'm the least competitive
Oh,
person.
so I have a Darren Conway joke.
Woo!
Question: who invented camping?
Let me think now. Tent, Mr. Tent. Mattress Mick.
I mean, you're almost there. Henry the Tenth.
Henry the Tent.
I'm not sure if that works because was there a Henry the Tenth?
Was
It's like
there?
Henry the Eighth.
Yeah.
I think they stopped them after 8.
Who
don't
invented After Eights? Henry the Ninth. Oh, yeah. Like, I'm making jokes up on the spot here that are
confusing,
not
yeah,
jokes.
fair enough.
Yeah.
Here's the modern Irish curse. May your crawl only make it to 11 pubs this Christmas.
Oh, do you know what? That's a nice
Knock
curse.
shukri tuair tána tabarna jogging blina. Is that the right pronunciation?
See, there's different ways to pronounce depending on where you're from. Like, so yeah, that's correct. No, scrugfi tu an tarna jeg imlina.
I think I based my Irish voice on the guy. I based it on the guy who introduces cowboy films on TG Car.
Oh yeah.
Wigan to Rumagin Shin Clint Eastwood there, Hangam High, West Dundee. No, I do have a massive head.
See, that's deceiving if that's the case. I wouldn't put you down for a big head.
Oh, I got a big old head on
yeah,
me.
big noggin.
Yeah, my poor mother. Well, that's great.
This is great. Now, I am feeling the setup is here with the hats. It's not Christmas till you have a paper crown on.
Or you're drinking a can of beer.
And where does that come from? Is it that the wise men had paper hats? Like, where does the crown aspect
Well,
come
I
into
mean,
it?
I think
he's the king.
it wouldn't just be very cost effective to have like jeweled crowns in every cracker.
Is it to, the whole fact that the new king is born? Are we all meant to be the king and queens?
I'm not really sure. Where did the Christmas
crown
come from?
I
It must be the kings.
Yeah,
It must be the 3 wise men boys.
Yeah.
What was I going to say? I also have, we're doing Secret Santa.
Yeah.
Emmy Justine.
It's not much of a secret when there's 2 people. I wonder who I'll
Who did you get? Who did you get?
I got Hilary.
I actually got you.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Did you?
Who'd you get?
I got you.
No way.
That's crazy.
Justine, I'm actually delighted with that.
I have goosebumps. What the
I
chances?
was hoping it would be you because I know that you know me so well and you want me over a present.
Yeah.
All right. So here's your present.
We did have a bit of history repeating itself though during the week, Evan.
Shut up. Shut up. There's no need to say
Okay.
it. No need to mention I forgot it. This is the Christmas episode.
Okay.
That was just
Jesus,
the
you
penultimate.
wrapped it.
I wrapped it in the car. It's not a great job.
God, you did a bit. I didn't wrap mine.
I think.
Will I open mine first?
Yeah, go on.
Or do you want to do it that way? And then I can use that wrapping paper.
Yeah, you can wrap up. You can wrap up.
Jesus, Kevin, our limit was €4 now.
Justine, nobody ever sticks to the limit.
See now, I
got
very
you an
much
iPhone 6.
stuck to the limit. Oh my God, I'm excited. Oh, you are fucking joking me, Kevin. I'm not. I'm actually not able for this. This is... Oh my God. Oh my God. It is Crash Bandicoot with a detachable mouth.
Yes.
So I can make him have the face
Yeah.
when he does the sexy dance.
I said to the man in the shop, I was like, have you got a Crash Bandicoot with a detachable mouth? And he said, I've got one in the back.
Holy God. He's like, I bet you I know who it's for.
He's like,
I've been keeping this.
I've been keeping this backstage in the toy shop since 2003.
I knew someone would. Oh my God, you can get one where he's the biker fucking jacket. Kevin, I need to get that biker jacket.
I didn't see the biker jacket one.
No, this is incredible. Now I can start collecting more items for him.
We can add it to the shelf as well.
He has detachable gloves. So, oh my God, we're definitely putting it on the shelf.
I definitely put it on the shelf, yeah.
He has detachable. You can make him have fists.
You can do
The
whatever you
idea
want
of Crash would. No, this is truly possible. No, this is genuinely one of the best gifts I've ever gotten in my life.
Well, that means a lot.
That truly is the most thoughtful thing and so well thought out. And I really wish I'd gone first now. Because...
What'd you get me? SARS or something?
My gifts are a joke, Kevin. I thought this was a joke.
I'm gonna... Do you know what? This is just an example of how good of an actor I am, seeing how I react to these presents.
Okay, great. I'm going to put them into your wrapping paper here now. Do I have them all? Yeah.
This is like you're recycling. You're recycling my wrapping paper.
Well, it's because...
I'm gonna look away.
Look, there's the environment to play here. Happy Christmas, Kevin. I'm going to explain each of the gifts.
Don't use your laziness as an excuse for like, oh, it's actually just environmentally friendly. Dino, dig it.
So this comes from when I went to the petting zoo and you were like, what did you see? Oh, mommy, we saw a dinosaur. Oh, no.
As a child, I wanted to be a paleontologist.
I fucking knew that, Kevin.
I wanted to be a paleontologist as a child, and now I can live out my fantasies of digging out the skeleton of a stegosaurus with some sort of growth defect out of a piece of clay.
Right.
So what do? You add water, you dig around, and then you reveal the dinosaur. Justine, this is brilliant.
Isn't it?
And it's for 5 and up. Justine, I'm 38. This is perfect.
The Crash Bandicoot is for 5s up too.
Oh, we've got more.
That can also go on the shelf. Now,
we've got more.
This is because you used to do animation, Kevin. So I thought you'd love a silly pen.
This is a wobbly pencil.
Not one, but 2 wobbly pencils.
Well, that's good. So the idea here is a wobbly pencil. It looks like a normal pencil.
Yeah.
You think it's a normal pencil. You'd be an idiot to use it. Ages 3 and up. You go to use it, you're wobbling all over the place.
You're in tatters.
It's a drunk pencil.
Here's what I'm thinking. You and Wallace can sit down together and write your funny jokes together now.
That's a good one.
So she has a wobbly pencil too. And you're going to be sidekicks here, writing your jokes.
Oh my God, there's more.
I don't really have an explanation for this, if I'm honest.
I love how you came up with reasons for buying these things after. And then you're, because you did animate, you like pencils. Huh? You're a pencil man.
It's like my father when he's explaining a gift he didn't even buy.
This is pretty cool though. This is a slingshot. Mm-hmm. And the price is still on it. That's great. €1.50. So it's a slingshot, and you have funny characters that you can send across the room, or you could hit your teacher on the back of the head.
There you go.
That's brilliant, Justine. And
now these are 4. We can put them up on the board. I got to
what?
do
What are these?
2 little throwbacks.
Where did you get these? These are weird. stickers.
Do you know what that's from?
No.
Do you remember an ad on the telly about 10 years ago where there's kids swapping their lunches?
No.
And they're like, broccoli, deadly.
Oh my God. Did you design these yourself?
No. Graphic design got them. Lucky 10 is the designer.
So these are stickers, and it's a picture of a broccoli wearing sunglasses, and he says, broccoli, deadly. That's a ridiculously niche.
Yeah.
It's such a niche thing.
So me though.
And what's this one? Uktaron Rocha.
Yeah.
It's Michael D. Higgins as an ice cream.
Because Uktarocha is Irish for ice cream.
I know that.
There you go.
And Uktaron is where Michael D. Higgins goes to sleep.
There you go.
So it's a creepy looking 99 with the face of Michael D. Higgins.
I think
These
it'll
are
be
brilliant.
perfect for the wall.
These are
Or
absolutely
stickers
unreal.
to put, whatever you want.
No, let's add them to the wall.
So we have Crash for the wall now. We have a dinosaur whenever you make that. No rush.
I'm going straight home. I'm actually, we're
Just seeing we may wrap this up now.
we're wrapping this early so I can go home and play with my dinosaur.
Genuinely may never come to terms with this Crash Bandicoot. Like, you don't actually understand how meaningful this is to
I was
me.
very lucky to find it.
Like, this honestly is one of the best gifts
Because I
I've
found
ever received.
Crash Bandicoot, there was a teddy of him in Toy Master.
Yeah.
And then I saw that and I was like, it's kind of cooler.
It is cooler, and also if you got me the teddy, I'd be honest with you, it wouldn't be going on the shelf.
No, it'd be
It'd
going
be in bed with me
straight
every
down the
night.
pants.
It'd be coming home with me, like, you know. This I can keep it in its original packaging.
Yeah, and it wipes clean.
And it wipes clean. Yeah, completely. You know, Crash the. But where would that teddy be if I wanted to buy it? Just curiosity.
Oh, Smith's Toy Master. Oh, no, sorry. It's Banba Toy Master.
Bam! I love that shop is still there.
Yeah.
It's a great little number that they still have it there. This is truly phenomenal. I don't know if I'll ever be able to express enough how much this means to me.
That means a lot. And
So-
again, my presents are great also.
And I did bring us cans.
You did bring cans.
I did bring cans.
Yeah.
So look it. We evened out all right. There's nothing worse than when you do a Secret Santa and someone doesn't stick to the fucking rules.
Just see, nobody fucking goes to exactly the price unless you're, and I suppose for a work Secret Santa.
That's the thing, yeah.
But if you're doing family Secret Santa, you have to go over.
Yeah.
People call you stingy if you don't.
Yeah.
I'm from Cavan as well. We have to make more
You
of an
have
effort.
to make more, yeah.
We've got that,
Complex
that thing
going
hanging
on.
over our heads.
Yeah. You know that video went around recently and it was like sandwiches at a Cavan funeral, and it's a man like slicing the tiniest sliver of bread
It's like
off of a loaf.
see-through bread. Yeah,
It's yeah. You got a lot going on there.
You were doing a show last night.
I was.
What was it?
We did the Late Late Tony show.
Late Tony
In
show.
Vicar Street. It was fucking phenomenal. Tony Cantwell is one of the greatest people to genuinely pull together a show and involve other comedians, and I have nothing but absolute love, respect, admiration for him because he is such a genius at it. Yeah. And for always involving people and making it this like family nearly of, and you're just like, this is the funnest thing, and I'm so honoured to even be a part of this.
What were you doing on the show?
I obviously...
So it's a Take on the Toy show.
Yes.
In Vicar Street.
Yeah.
With adults.
With adults.
Don't bring your kids.
Don't bring your kids. Leave them
They'll
at home.
be bored and tired.
What was lovely was Tony had actually used some of his kids' toys on the stage, which I think is so cool for his kids to be able to be like, my toy was on Vicar Street stage, baby. Where the fuck was your Ben 10?
That's something the kids would be so proud and jealous of.
Oh yeah, in about 10 years. I mean, nothing to them now. They're like, what's a Vicar Street? You wouldn't understand.
James Brown said it was one of the best stages in the world.
Did he?
Wow. This is a child talking to another child.
All right.
So what were you doing?
I went and recreated Miss Lara Croft.
The infamous moment where Pat Kenny introduces a
model
dressed as Lara Croft to a prepubescent child who's big into video games.
Who hasn't a notion what's going on, and he just keeps playing the video game. Like, I've been watching, I was studying the clip all week, and it gets funnier every time you watch it when you notice other things going on.
Yeah.
The kids don't turn around. One of the kids turns to the other and just goes, keep playing the game, keep playing the game. They're just like, yeah, I think it's her, keep playing the game. They don't give a shite about her, because why would they? It's so innocent. Pat had the biggest grin, like a fucking drunk uncle at a wedding. It's too intense.
The way Pat says it, it's like he's slipping into a jacuzzi filled with beans. Miss Lara Croft. Miss Lara Croft.
And she's wandering around hasn't a clue what's going on. The bit goes on way too long, and
Way too long.
she's struggling. She doesn't know what she's meant to be doing.
Yeah.
And then she puts her arm around the two boys who do not want to go with her. And they're just like, well, this is how this segment has to end. And they walk off with her, and it is glorious. And she's wearing this latex top, and I was thinking about it more. I was like, it's up to her neck. And I imagine that was because they were like, look, it's a kid's show, we can't really. And I'm like,
No, Lara Croft's top goes to her neck.
It is, yeah. But also, I was
It wasn't a low cut top, wasn't it?
there's different variations of her. Because
Right.
I was looking up what I do for the costume.
Did you have the square boobs or the?
I went triangle titties on it.
Did
I brought
ya?
in 2 party hats. Now, she
Very
didn't
good.
have that on the show, but I thought I'll go full PS1 graphics on it.
Yeah. Let's go pixel tits.
Yeah, 100%. And I wandered around the stage like I was in 16 pixels, like very slow. And it went on, and the song kept looping then, and Tony just kept saying, Miss Lara Croft. And it was impossible not to break. At one point I did, and I spat all over Tony and John Doran's face, and I apologise, but it was fucking amazing doing that.
That sounds class.
Lovely stuff.
This show is part of HeadStuff Podcasts. Here's another show you might like.
So, technically, we've hijacked this podcast just for a minute.
It's not hijacking if you ask nicely first, Afif.
Did we ask nicely? Hi, my name is Afif.
And I'm Anne. Together, we host The Baby Tribe, Ireland's #1 parenting podcast, where science meets the chaos of real life. At Baby Tribe, we bring evidence-based information and real-life stories to help you parent in a way that works for your family.
Whether you're dealing with explosive nappies, sleep struggles, or the great how do you actually be the slippery baby conundrum, we've got you covered.
Oh, the punamis, I can never forget those.
Listen to The Baby Tribe wherever you get your podcasts.
This episode is brought to you by AWS. Amazon Q Business is the new generative AI assistant from AWS. Many tasks can make business slow, like wading through mud. Help! Luckily, there's a faster, easier, less messy choice. Amazon Q can securely understand your business data to help you streamline tasks, like summarizing quarterly results or doing complex analyses in no time. Q got this. Learn what Amazon Q Business can do for you at aws.com/learn more.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. The holidays mean more travel, more shopping, more time online, and more personal info in places that could expose you to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity is stolen, their US-based restoration specialist will fix it, guaranteed or your money back. Get more holiday fun and less holiday worry with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit LifeLock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
Was there a point in your life where you pretended to believe in Santa to continue getting presents?
Kevin, I had a harrowing day when I came down.
Did you see Mommy kissing Santa Claus?
No.
Did you see Mommy blowing Santa Claus?
In secondary school, I was in first year, and I came around to Christmas, and I ran down to the
First
tree.
year.
And
secondary school.
No, actually, sorry, I'm confusing you now. It was 6th class, because first year was when I was still serving mass, and people were like, "Are you fucking demented? You're in secondary school, you loser." And I was like, "Yeah, I should probably nip this in the bud and stop serving mass." But 6th class, yeah,
I love hanging around with priests.
I came down 6th class, and I was met with no presents, and I thought, Santa, what did I do wrong this year? What did I do wrong, Santa? And let me tell you, I had a horrible wake-up call that I was now an adult and Santa wouldn't be calling here anymore.
What was your parents' explanation? They was like, we forgot?
No, they were like, Justine, we need to tell you something. Yeah.
And that's how they chose?
That's how they chose. On the morning of Christmas.
Justine, that's a bit rough.
Yeah.
That's a bit rough.
Do you understand why I am the way I am?
Yeah. You run down waiting for your Polly Pocket set.
Yeah.
And then, sorry, Justine. Tough love time, baby.
Take a seat, Justine.
Take a seat.
God's
milk. Not real.
God's not real. It's all a lie. Me and your father haven't been happy for.
We haven't had sex in years, and when you die, there's nothing.
Yeah, it was.
Merry Christmas.
It was a pretty, because I had no idea beyond that. I was like, fully, I'm still a believer. I'm still a believer, Kevin. But up until that moment, there was no, because the way kids would go around and tell other kids, or
see, that's how I found out.
See,
the old-fashioned way.
Never happened to me. Never happened to me.
They wouldn't let you in on the group.
No, I wasn't in a group. to be let in on. Yeah, but that was a pretty shocking Christmas morning.
God, I mean, that's like, you know, people like how you teach a child to swim, you throw it in the lake. You're like, no, it's not a good way to teach a child.
Have you seen the videos in the 70s where it's like lads, it's out like 50-year-olds dropping 8-year-olds into the sea and they tie a rope around them and they're like, well, Jimmy had to learn to swim, so I kept him pulled high. If he was going under, I pulled the rope high. Yeah, and so Jesus, he had to learn.
And now he never goes in the water ever again.
Can't even drink a glass. He's like, ah.
So, do you still have bad associations with, you know, going down for Christmas morning?
Well, that was before my granny died on Christmas Day. So things only kind of
so miserable this woman.
It's like, honest to God, it's a miracle I even go home for Christmas anymore. Yeah, I still get sad about it, absolutely. But we have a lovely tradition now, me and my family. We open our presents at a minute past midnight on Christmas Eve, say.
Why?
So we wait up because we do this thing. We all sit around table because I only have one brother.
Is everyone not half pissed?
No, my family. Are you mental?
My family
not
would be half pissed.
I wish that would be the case, but my parents would not be drinking.
Right.
So, but we do a thing now where we all like open each other's presents, and it's it's kind of a competitive thing between me and my brother to be like, who got better gifts? And look at it, I go for sentimental. I'm always going to win. But Lorcan will go.
Do you go for sentimental because it contains the word mental?
Yes. Yeah, that's really where I'm going with that. And I will mix it though with novelty shit as well. But my brother goes full hard on novelty. And
Your brother goes full hard on.
Do you know what's hilarious? The next sentence that was out of my mouth is that my brother got my dad bollocks cream last year. It was literally called bollocks cream, and it was like this branding of like
for the skin or for the hair.
I think it's the skin. I don't know.
It's not like get your bollocks hair
like
nice
beard
and
hair,
waved, like beard oil.
Kind of,
yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Is it taking the wrinkles?
Possibly. Who knows?
Would you like the smooth scrotum like a pool ball?
My brother got me a shiwi one year.
A shiwi's handy.
A shiwi's handy for festivals.
You go on a festival, you want to piss on it up.
Pretty handy to have. Last year he got me the hot dog fingers from Everything I've Heard All at Once.
I'd say that come in handy. Them lonely Christmas nights.
And he always gets me an Ainsley Harriott calendar, which is phenomenal because it's Ainsley
every single
Harriott
year
pulling. He got me a Steven Seagal one year, and I was like, I don't know why, but it was Steven Seagal, so it was like Steven Seagal with seagulls on all his faces.
Okay.
You know, my brother's mental, actually. It's funny that I portray myself as the mental one.
It sounds like he has to make these. It sounds like these aren't sold in shops.
Would a depressed person do this? Yeah, so it's always a lovely moment at Christmas doing that. We have a nice little tradition in that, but that's probably the only real tradition we have at home, and it's pretty grim after that.
Yeah.
It's so quiet in our house. There's no one around, like. And in our side nowhere, and all my cousins. It used to be cool when I was a child because you'd go over to your cousins and be like, "What did you get from Santa? What did you get?" And now we're all adults and they have lives. They actually have partners and children. And I'm like, yeah, just me.
Can you go over and just hang out with the kids, play with the toys, and just get slowly drunk? Do you ever play with toys and you're drunk? It's a great crack.
Kevin, that's all fine if you're from a family who also drink. Like if you have aunties and uncles.
Yeah, you don't want to be the one person who's drinking.
I come from, all my grandparents were pioneers. Every single one of them. So both sides of the family are not really drinkers.
God, that's tough.
And my brother now, like when he turned 30, I bought him 30 different beer cans and sent them to his house in Manchester.
Empty cans or full ones?
No, crate of cans.
Okay.
And he sent me.
He sent a crate to Manchester?
Yeah,
Jesus.
I know. But he sent me a review of every single can after he drank it. And he did it over 2 days. And I was like, that's a lot of cans.
Over 2 days? So, do the reviews get sloppier with more spelling mistakes as it goes on?
I just like, I don't know what the fuck this is.
This is a nice beer. This is a nice beer. Nicer than the last one, isn't it? 5 stars.
So my brother would be fond of a sup, but he lives in different countries. So
you can do it over Zoom. It'd be weird arriving at your cousin's house with half a bottle of whiskey under one arm and a laptop with your brother on Zoom and the other. Me and the brother's just calling over for a few wikis over the Christmas period.
But my parents don't understand. Like my brother one night, I remember years ago, my brother went out And I was at 21st, and my mother rang me. She's like, Justine, I'm worried about your brother. I'm like, why? She's like, he was out in town in Navan. She's like, he's after ringing and asking, did I want a chicken burger? This is at like 12 midnight, right? And I was like, Mom, he's clearly just had a drink. She's like, but Justine, he's a vegan. This was her big fear. Larkin was going to order a chicken burger and he's a vegan. And I was like, Mom, he's clearly pissed, right? But she doesn't understand what that means.
I just feel like young people nowadays are out of control.
So she collected me. I had to leave the 21st I was at, and I was perfectly acceptable because I can handle my drink, unlike my brother apparently. And we rocked up to Navan to collect him. He was standing at 2 a.m. on the side of the road holding 2 99 cones. I don't know where the fuck he
get a 99?
Like, not an ice cream, 99 cones.
I suppose Supermax does.
That's the thing.
But like,
Supermax
they're
used
probably
to,
like, you want an ice cream now?
No, 2. And you're like,
2.
It was also Supermax. This used to be a trend. Nav and Carrick Macross the same. They used to open late. They've all stopped doing that now because why the fuck would you put yourself through hammered people at 2 a.m? But anyway, we put Larkin into the car, and my mother goes, should we bring him to A&E? Like, this is because my mother doesn't understand being drunk.
Oh my God.
This is how, I'm telling you how innocent my parents are with alcohol.
What have you taken? What have you taken?
Ice cream, for fuck's sake.
2 ice creams. You double drop. Oh my God, he's falling asleep.
Lovely stuff.
My mother last year got me Michelle Obama's book.
Michelle Obama's book.
You know, so sometimes I question, like, obviously there's like a thing there of like, right, we should probably hang out more, mother, so that we know
so
more
you know
about
a little
each
bit
other.
about me.
Yeah, you know. But inspiring read. Inspiring read, yeah, really lovely. But I don't know where my mother saw that on a shelf and thought, you know what, Justine now could use a bit of this.
Do you know what? I'd get her a book. Can I have a book, please? It's for a woman, my daughter. What is she like? Oh, she's just a woman. Would you like Michelle Obama's book? That'll do, yeah. Literally couldn't be arsed even thinking.
No, my mother gets so thoughtful.
What does she like?
The idea of running a country.
Loves the Obamas now.
The Obama Plaza. She loves the Obama Plaza.
Maybe that was it.
No,
I think she did a skit about the Obama Plaza.
Do you know what? My mother is so thoughtful with it that, like, I know where her logic was there. She was thinking, like, this is a really inspiring woman who, like, came from, you know.
Would you not marry a man who will become the president?
It's a really, like,
I think you need to just knuckle down and marry the next president. Mommy, I'm doing my fucking best.
Your brother has matching socks on today. Isn't that great for him?
Just go on Tinder now. Go on Tinder now that you're home, and just chat to a few lads and just say, have you any political aspirations? Fine Gael or Fianna Fáil, don't go for Sinn Féin, Justine.
No, Justine, come on now.
They'll not make it.
I got Mam Jerry Adams' cooking book one year. As a joke, like, that was one of my jokes.
Was there a lot of fertilizer and petrol involved? The ingredients you're going to need for this is empty jar of mayonnaise, some nails, some fertilizer, and some petrol.
It's called Come Out You Rack of Lambs.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Was it actually?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Come Out You Rack of Lambs.
I think we fucked it in the bin then. I just bought it as a novelty thing. But then I felt bad. I was like, why did I fucking pay money and contribute to this? Like, I'm part of the problem now.
You are part of the problem.
You know?
Even for a joke.
That's the problem with novelty gifts.
That's what he was fucking at.
Of course.
Like,
he brought it out just before Christmas. He knew what he was at.
He's like, I'm going to get some hipster doofuses who'll buy this as a joke.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to get rawheads.
You know.
And you're both.
Yeah. Hey!
Such a slow reaction.
I know,
there.
I didn't realise.
Lovely stuff.
I've been going deep into Diddy.
Oh, yeah?
Man, it's fucking crazy.
Really?
The shit that's going on. I swear to God, 2025, Justine, it's either going to be the collapse of Hollywood,
right,
or he's going to get Epsteined in a cell. There's so many people attached to this.
Jesus.
Like, and there's so many celebrities who've left the country. Who have ties to Diddy.
Please tell me not Tom Hanks.
Not Tom Hanks, no.
Thank God,
You'd never see Tom Hanks at a white party.
I couldn't take it if anything came out about him.
No.
Kevin, it would ruin everything for me.
Please God.
Please
God.
God.
We'll say a little prayer with
Please
Tom.
God.
Oprah.
Oh, stop.
Fucking Steve Harvey. Jesus. Ellen DeGeneres. Jay-Z. Beyonce.
Ah, no.
Usher. They all have fucking links to P. Diddy. People have said a lot of crazy shit. And a lot of them have left the country. Ellen's in England. Fucking,
oh my God.
the Kardashians.
I never thought that.
The Kardashians have so many connections to P. Diddy. and they've all fucked off to Europe. Like, they've
Oh
all
my
fucked
God.
off.
I never put two and two together with the Ellen
Oh my God.
aspect.
And the amount of people who died in... This is so, like, not what we normally
This is
talk
conspiracy.
about. This is like conspiracy podcast.
The second we have cans,
but
this
the
has gone out the window.
The amount of people who've died in connection to P. Diddy, like his wife, and they all die of roughly the same thing. So if you inject, or if you give somebody cyanide,
right? Yeah, I think that's poison. It's
poison.
Yeah.
But
doesn't leave a trace.
They'll get pneumonia, and they'll basically die of pneumonia.
Of pneumonia.
Oh
my God! I'm thinking of that girl, Brittany Murphy.
Brittany Murphy.
Stop.
Who was going out with
that dude.
Ashton Kutcher, who's best friends with P. Diddy, who hosted P. Diddy's party.
The cyanide aspect. Why were they, like, as in they're trying to kill these people off because they knew too much? Or is this like, is there a certain amount of cyanide you take and it's a good time?
Oh, no, nobody's taking cyanide recreationally.
That's what I thought.
But like, there's so many stories of girls getting spiked on this. You know the baby oil shit?
Yeah.
So there was like thousands of bottles of baby oil. A lot of it, some of it contained, I think it's called GBH.
Right.
It just knocks you out. It's a fucking date rape drug. And just girls going to parties, having a glass of champagne and fucking falling asleep. It's crazy shit.
Holy shit, but maybe this is our time. We're all going to go to Hollywood now to replace Hollywood.
So Hollywood gets totally wiped clean.
And they bring in the Irish.
They're like, Paul Mescal, you're a decent sort of a lad. Get in here quick.
Have you any friends?
Have you any friends? Have you seen that? I saw this a great sketch made with me, Sausage Paul. Kevin McGarry. He does a podcast with Justine Stafford. Get them over.
We never can drink again on this podcast, Kevin, because we've gone down so many tangents.
Okay,
let's
play a fun game.
Okay.
So the famous P. Diddy white parties. What characters from fictional shows do you think would go to a P. Diddy white party? Like what?
Creed from The Office. He's absolutely there. He is P. Diddy in it, nearly probably.
Simpsons. What characters from The Simpsons?
Krusty.
Mayor Quimby. Krusty would be there.
Yeah, he's a crusty guy altogether.
He's fucking into all kinds of shit. I'd say Snake would be
Mo.
supplying the coke.
Mo is there.
Mo's not going to get in. What are you on about? Mo's not going to get in.
Oh, we're taking this seriously now. Okay.
Yeah, no, they have
I thought it was a fun game.
It can still be fun, but take it seriously.
Be real, Justine.
Mo's not getting in. He's a fucking barman.
Okay, if you say so.
But you're right with Krusty. Krusty's a celeb.
Chief
Troy
Wiggum.
McClure.
Probably there. And you'd think, because he'd be one you wouldn't suspect. You think,
Well,
this
you
guy
want
is
to
on the right
have-
side of the law. But
Yeah,
he's
you
not.
want to have a
twisted.
couple of guards on your side.
Yeah, absolutely.
Father Ted. Who would get in a Father Ted? Henry Sellers.
Yeah.
I think Neve.
Jesus, I think Ted is there.
Oh, come on, don't say that.
Look, that money was just resting in his account.
He was mad to go to Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
He was mad. Why was he mad to go to Beverly Hills? Was it to attend the P. Diddy white parties? Neve Connolly, is that her name? The singer. She would go, but she'd be disgusted. She'd try and squeal about it, and then she'd die of pneumonia.
She'd be
suspiciously.
gone. Yeah, that's exactly that. Yeah.
There's not too many other characters in Father Ted, really.
Father Jack would be there.
Father Jack would probably
But he wouldn't really know what was going
probably-
on. He was just there for the alcohol.
He's just there for the pints.
Yeah.
He'd be
Drinking
there,
cyanide and he's fine.
He'd be there drinking pure GBH and surviving.
Absolutely grand. Yeah.
Coronation Street.
Jeez, I couldn't name you one person. And Gail, she's not there.
No, Ken Barlow would be there.
Oh,
Ken
he's
Barlow, man.
The old fella, yeah.
He's got a rep.
Does he?
He's got a serious rep.
Jesus, I
He's a cocksmith. Is that the term?
Cocksmith. Never heard that one now.
I remember there was a report on
In real life or in the show?
in real life.
Stop the lights. He's a love rat. He's a bit of a Jude Law about him.
He makes Jude Law look like a fucking priest.
I tell you, I saw Jude Law on the side of a bus yesterday. I thought it was funny because I...
What was he? He wouldn't pay the fare.
Well, the bus driver was somebody he'd fucked over in love, you know, and like, get the fuck off my bus. I haven't seen him in ages announcing anything. I was like, there he is now.
Oh wow! I just looked up Ken Barlow, and he's been accused of something awful.
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah.
Show me his face. Am I thinking of the right fella? If I am, I'm going to be like.
I remember reading an
God.
article
Looks
years
like
ago
those
that he bedded
wholesome
like
looking fella.
hundreds of women. That lad.
Oh no, I'm thinking of a different guy in the show. Thank God. Oh, but
Yeah.
God, no, I can see how that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was accused of something awful. Sorry about that.
No.
Sorry about that.
Who's the guy in Coronation Street? He's like darker hair, similar to him. Always wears like a duffly coat.
Oh yeah, he
What's
looks
his
a
name?
bit
Did
like
he
a
own the
nonce.
shop?
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of that vibe, but also a wholesome energy to
A
him.
wholesome nonce.
What the hell is his name?
Do you know what? You can
Ken?
never. Men, you see mammies wearing coats that go down to their shins to keep warm. But as soon as a man puts that on, you just think,
I know. What are you hiding in
I'm
there?
going to get
There's a lot of
surprised.
secrets in that coat.
There's something going to pop out here.
Mm-hmm.
Only perverts buy them coats.
Yeah. That's my tattoo.
Lovely stuff.
Can you imagine how mad Ireland would be if everyone had a gun?
No, thank you. No, thank you. No.
I remember I used to live in Cabra, and there was a pub down the road from me, and I remember we had a load of samurai swords at the time.
Right. Just a phase.
We went to Clogher Market and bought like a couple of samurai swords, and
we're doing the sandwiches.
it was like we liked samurai movies and stuff. To play with swords. We used to get drunk and fight with them.
Great. You see, this is where guns would be absolutely catastrophic for Irish people.
But in the pub, anyway, a fight started between these two lads in Cabra, and one of them was like, "Right, I'm fucking going home. I'm gonna get a fucking sword, and I'm gonna come back and sort you out." And your man's like, "Go on, so." And your man left, and he was gone like 10 or 15 minutes, and the bollock stayed. He just stayed, finished his pint, and waited for him to come back. Your man came back and cut his hand off with a samurai sword, and then samurai swords were banned.
Oh my God.
The fact in Ireland, if you want to kill somebody or maim somebody, you have to go like, right, you stay here.
I'm going to
go home and get something. I'll be back. I'll probably be about 15 minutes.
Jesus.
If there's a bus, like 15 minutes, but if not, I might have to walk. Look, it could be a half an hour, but please do stay here. I am going to cut your hand off. Like, that's the effort you have to go through.
God.
Like, if we had guns, man, there'd be a death in every chipper.
Well, think about it as well. Even in that series, Say Nothing, they're talking about how the IRA were never known for being the most polished at even jobs because of, I think, we were just naturally not really used to having weapons.
I thought you were going to say, well, look, we were playing it by ear.
You're not used to having weapons and then trying to do these things. I can't. And again, then you bring alcohol into it that you're like, oh, good Jesus, it would be. But that the fear, the second you're in America, you just take into account, oh, literally anyone could have a gun right here.
Anyone could have a gun.
You're walking in a mall and you're like, Jesus Christ, I could be shot down.
It's such a weird...
It's insane. It puts you on edge.
It's why Irish guards are probably the most relaxed guards in the world. Mm. And you can really have the crack with Irish guards. Like, you could probably tickle a guard. You could go up today on the streets of Dublin and tickle a guard.
Yeah.
And there'd be no consequences, really.
No.
He'd initially
laugh.
go, what the fuck? And then he'd start laughing. I remember asking a cop a question in America, and he went for his gun.
Good God.
And it was because it was in Manhattan. And I was walking around, and then the streets got closed down. It was like a tape up everywhere. And I was like, what's going on here? And some lad apparently was sleeping in a car, and somebody went to move him. They're like, you can't sleep here. He jumped out with a machete and started slashing. So they closed down the streets to find him. And I met my friend Gary. We went for a rake of pints, and then we came out, and I just saw two cops, and I was like, well, did they get yon lad with the sword? And your man went for his gun as soon as I fucking started talking to him. And I was like, oh, it's great. I was just wondering about your man.
See, that's the thing you'd say to a guard.
Yeah.
If you walk out of the pub and you saw a guy, well, did they get that fella? You don't do that because then he thinks you're the guy. And you're like mind games with him, be like, did you ever catch that guy?
But if you have, oh yeah, totally. But if you have a country full of people with weapons, then the cops act like military police. They're in a militarized zone. They have to treat everyone like this Irish fucker who's coming out of the pub could have a gun on him.
I know. The only interaction I've ever really had with the guards was bar having to go in and do statements in the past. But when I was like in my 20s, I was in Nobber and I went into the shop and I got a can of Monster when I was driving home. Unmarked Garda car followed me down these back roads, pulled me over. And I was like, Jesus, and this was of a Tuesday. And I was sitting there, it was like 7 PM. And the guard comes over and rolls down the window and he's like, well, you drink driving, are you? And I was like, huh? I was like, oh no, it's a can of Monster. He's like, oh, I thought it was a can of Tennent's. And I was like, Jesus, if I was drink driving, I think I'd pick something better, huh? And yeah.
We all had a big laugh and went for a few pints.
Yeah. And he drove me home. But this, you can have a bit of crack.
I have an old story from a stand-up that I've told 100 times.
Yeah, I know this one. It's phenomenal.
And it's a true story, where I was dressed up as a cowboy at home for a cancer benefit thing. And I had a gun that...
Explain. Sorry.
So there was a cancer benefit thing in the town next to me.
Okay.
And they raised a sight of money, like... And it
like
was
a Western.
It was a Western
night.
Themed day and night. So there was
Lovely.
like a big festival. There was like
Okay.
a rodeo,
Yeah.
sawdust on the floor in all the pubs.
Class.
There was not monster trucks, but the truck shows and that kind of shit. Your man who was in memory of was big into cowboys. So I thought everyone would dress up as a cowboy, and I arrived dressed up as a cowboy.
Yeah.
Nobody else was dressed up as a cowboy.
You're at the start of a comedy movie here now.
Yes.
That's how it all
Silly cowboy
starts.
man.
Yeah.
So I had a gun that I borrowed off my dad's friend, like a replica pistol. It's like a proper cowboy gun.
Yeah.
And I felt class. Like, you can understand, like...
No, I don't get it.
Oh,
I don't get it.
when you-
Even when like people go to the America and they're like, they shoot a gun or go to a shooting range, I'm like, nope, would have zero interest. I don't
Some of the
understand
big
it.
ones are scary.
Scares me.
Like, but like...
I'd be scared I'd like it.
I'd...
You know that kind of way? You know what I mean? Like, you'd be like,
I'd be
oh,
scared
no.
I'd like it. I'd be worried I'd like it. I'd have to bring it home with the plane. So I had this gun. I was having great crack with the gun. No consequence. Like, that's another good thing about Ireland is you can kind of walk around with a gun, and you don't get shot.
Yeah.
Because nobody else has a gun, and people like just want to hold your gun, really.
Yeah.
And I walked out rotten drunk at about fucking 2:30 from the pub, and I saw a guard walking down the street, and I pulled a gun on him, and he pretended to get shot. And I was like, what country in the world could that happen?
Did that ever happen?
Lovely stuff.
I'll say this as well. I could be wrong, but I also think if you're from the country and a guard hears your accent, there's a bit of like a leniency towards...
My buddy used to put on country tapes at checkpoints.
Jesus.
So if you saw a checkpoint, you put on a country tape, and a guard just hears that, especially in Dublin. And like if they're hearing like nyet, 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 like they immediately make a judgment call.
Turn
But
the
if-
lights down low. You know what's that? Get him, baby. Lock the doors and turn the lights down low. You know
If a cop hears like Declan Nairney or "Stop the world and let me off," they're like, "This man is a countryman.
Yeah.
He might have green diesel, but he doesn't have drugs."
Yes.
So yeah, you do immediately put them at ease.
Yeah, because I knew someone who got stopped at a roundabout in Dublin. They'd never drove in Dublin in their life, and they'd never gone round a roundabout. And they went round it a good few times to the point the guards got called. And they pulled him over and be like, "What are you doing?" And he was like, jeez, I've never gone round a roundabout. I was like, hey, fuck it, we'll escort you down the road here and go back home, will you? Because
There
there's
we
an
go.
understanding of poor countryman has come to Dublin and doesn't understand.
I remember we were shooting a documentary in the States, and I was in Detroit, and I was hanging out with these boys who were a Detroit open carry group, which
What does that
means
mean?
open carry is literally walking around with weapons.
Oh, Jesus.
So these were guys who were walking around Detroit with semi-automatic weapons. They're kind of like, "It is your constitutional right to carry a weapon in this country. I am just merely
Right.
expressing my constitutional right to bear arms." And you're like, all right, man. And they were walking around with these weapons, and they looked like
I'd
they
say they
looked
have
like
tiny
soldiers.
Mickeys, I won't lie to you. I just get a vibe. They have
But
tiny Mickeys.
these two cops approached them, and they were like two black cops. One of them was a bit older, the other was quite younger. It's like my age probably, and they were really sound. They were
Wow.
just like, "Hey, what's the crack here, boys? What's the story? Hey guys,
Good day.
what's going on?" And they were like, "Officer, we are just merely expressing." And you're like, "All right, no, whoa. Like, I'm just asking you Like, I think it's pretty okay for a cop to ask a bunch of dudes wearing semi-automatic weapons what they're doing. And they explain like, this is just like, our thing we do every day, blah, blah. And it was a really pleasant conversation between these two. Now, bear in mind, an RTE camera was filming this whole thing. And eventually, like, it kind of wind down, and it was like, there's no arguments. The cops didn't reach for their weapons. It was really cool. And they were like, yeah, look, we're just checking in. Just like, go about your business. And everyone's like, huh. And then I said to the cops, that's great, lads. So if we just get a shot of you just kicking the shit out of the boys on the ground here. And the older cop laughed, and the younger cop just went, you're a funny guy. And I was like, shit. You can't make jokes.
No, good
just can't make jokes.
Lovely stuff.
We're taking a break for a couple of weeks for Crimbo time. But we'll be back in the new year.
We will.
We cannot wait. Ye have been absolutely lovely. Thank you for all your kind messages and stuff.
All the love and support.
And the lovely reviews as well.
Absolutely. It's been fantastic. And doing this
a lot of people are saying it's the most popular podcast.
People are saying.
So thank you so much. You have been lovely.
Yes.
And have a happy Christmas. Happy Hanukkah. Happy Kwanzaa. Whatever the fuck you celebrate.
Yeah.
Be kind to each other.
Absolutely.
Jesus is Lord.
Yeah. And hope you have a wonderful,
Santa is King.
Wonderful Christmas.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
You've been lovely. Good luck.
Go on.
This show is part of the HeadStuff Podcast Network, a hub for the creative and the curious. Shows are produced in association with HeadStuff and the Podcast Studios Dublin. Find out more or become a member at headstuffpodcasts.com.